from a 3-1 deficit to force a Game 7 with extra innings. It was an epic finale as the Cubs finally broke their curse. The Associated Press naming the Chicago Cubs World Series victory as its top sports story of the year. So that got us thinking, what were Wisconsin's biggest sports moments of 2016?
Here's a look at our picks for your top 6.
Coming in sixth place.
To be included in the Hall of Fame in a sport that I love it really has left me almost speechless.
The Milwaukee Brewers may have had a down year on the diamond, but the season did have a bright spot. Lifelong Milwaukeean, former Brewers owner, and now Commissioner Emeritus of Baseball, Bud Selig, is getting inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. That big day happens July 30th, 2017 in Cooperstown, New York. And speaking of some big honors,
I never dreamed this moment would come.
In fifth place, Donald Driver and Mark Lee will be inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame.
The Vince Lombardis, the Kurt Lambeau, Bart Starrs, Reggie White, Brett Favre. I mean, that list goes on. And when people mention those guys' names, they will come and mention mine.
Driver playing in 205 games during his 14-year Packers career, the second most in franchise history behind only Brett Favre. Lee intercepting 31 passes during his career, second all-time among Packers cornerbacks. And check out the Badgers in fourth place. Did anyone have any idea how far they'd surpass preseason expectations, starting with that shocking win over number 5 LSU at Lambeau Field? At one point, they looked like a college playoff team. Unfortunately, that hope came to an end when they lost to Penn State in the Big Ten title game. But to settle on the Cotton Bowl, yeah, not too bad. They take on undefeated Western Michigan on Monday. Meanwhile, the Packers getting hot at just the right time.
Jordy Nelson, touchdown.
After losing 4 straight games and falling to 4-6 on the season, many wrote them off as done.
We weren't playing at the level that you like.
But not so fast.
And here's another pick.
Coming in at number 3, it is the Packers winning 5 straight, setting up a dramatic winner-take-all scenario against the Detroit Lions at Ford Field this weekend.
Build the future.
At number 2, the future is bright for the Milwaukee Bucks, breaking ground on a new $500 million arena and an incredible complex that is changing the face of the city. One map, one crane, one day at a time. And the future's bright on the court, too.
And here comes Giannis.
The Greek freak Giannis Antetokounmpo signing a 4-year, $100 million contract extension. At just 21 years old, he is the highest paid player in Bucks history, and Milwaukee, of course, hoping it all pays off. Finally, if there was any doubt that the old gunslinger has been forgiven by Packers fans,
I know it's real, but it doesn't seem real.
let's just say this put an end to that. The Green Bay Packers adding the 3-time MVP's name to the Ring of Honor inside Lambeau Field. The same year, his bust is forever enshrined in Canton, Ohio's Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I never looked at myself then or now as an equal to Bart Starr. And so when I look up and see Don Hudson, Ray Nitschke, Fuzzy Thurston.
Brett Favre, number 4 on the field, number 1 on our 2016 list.
So we ask you, what do you think? Were there any big stories you wanted to see up there? Share a comment on our Fox 6 News Facebook page. You can also cast your vote online.
Head to fox6now.com, click on our sports tab. It's the first story you'll see. And on the note